Welcome to another episode of the Trifactor podcast.
This podcast is for Trini football pionks and international ones, where we get to discuss all matters of football, both Trini and internationally.
If you are a football fanatic,
this is for you.
If you just stumble upon here by mistake,
don't worry, God doesn't make mistakes. This is for you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Most importantly, give us your feedback for future content that you might be interested in. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing.
Tonight, we'll be discussing FPL. It's back.
Fire.
It's like a short space of time.
It's 26.
New season.
And if you go with that template, pick everybody, like they're just basically picking the same players.
Template is
And
smart.
then
Template is smart.
week.
Yeah, but then you're really in nothing. That is my view, but this year my goal is to take it seriously.
Okay, all right.
How
you doing now?
I sure yet, but I want to make less transfers now. And I really only realize that that cup final, the reason I lose is because because I think he made transfers, and that's how his squad tied with mine. Right? I didn't make that much transfers because I had my wild card to use. I said, all right, I just drop it and I use it now. But he won because he made transfers, and that's how we with -4 and everything that I lose that now. So I want to say, you know what? I wonder if I take this seriously and try to plan and not make that much transfers and approach it with a strategy, and let me try it.
So you have your team created already.
Yeah.
So they say
That's a cheat,
I see the Pyong and them say how one of the tiebreakers apparently, if it really come down to it, is who are the lower team ID. So that's why men is be rushing. Yeah, that's why men is be rushing to join fast immediately. So say you come in last. Because you're enjoying it, that means you're gonna be number 10 million.
No, I log in.
Nah man, it's not login, you have to create a team.
No, well, I have the auto pick it.
Oh, you do auto pick.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're in then.
I logged in, but I ain't locked in yet.
Alright. Alright, you taking it serious all day. Alright, that's good.
More serious.
More serious.
If you lose when you take it serious.
I'll be like you.
No, but what that go mean though? For you.
Just prove me right that I shouldn't take it seriously.
You shouldn't take it serious. You need to play it light.
Just go on vibes.
Man,
riding strategy for the season. Let me hear what they're taking into the season. What was all the general principles? This is why I still learning this thing.
So I think last season I was trying to be aggressive. I think this season. So I think I took too many punty, what they call punts in the community.
You was calling me heavy, but Andrew was heavy in Real, man. Eh? Sorry.
Nah, I wasn't heavy in nobody.
You was heavy in Real, man.
Everybody that was heavy again, heavy.
But everybody I picked injured, I was like, boy, this man heavy, boy.
So everybody you pick injured, but it's Andrew's fault. All right, thanks.
Nah, Andre, it's on the record. Andrew was saying, boy, I pick men and they get injured. I was like,
that was the forwards. Last year forwards was a scene, and this year forwards gonna be a scene too. But so every time I try to do a punt, so you say the word template earlier there, and template is a code word, right? It's like a boring pick, is a safe pick, whatever. But it's a boring pick and it's a safe pick because it's get points, right? So every time I try to do something that wasn't like somebody who's get points for sure, it backfired every single time. Every single decision I make that was like, hey, I go try this, man. I go get them, and backfire one time. So this season is being, so the pricing come out, and the pricing is relatively
strikers premium,
but this year it's not hard to have a team that is look real good on paper from the beginning. usually you have to have a man like Ben Rama in there or some kind of player who, you know, or truth be told, that's not what man is supposed to be banking on for no points and things like that. But this season, you could really have a team that's all players from the top 6 clubs. But there's risk. So I think outside of FPL, the fact that so many of the top 6, except Chelsea, strengthened so good, like all of them add real good squad depth. It means that there will be some rotation and things like that. Then they add 5 subs this season and all this stuff. So it's just, I think the thing this season is going to be minutes, but strategy is really trying to have, as much as possible, I'm going to have players from the big teams for most of the season and not so much of the others.
They should give us more subs too if they're giving EPL more subs, man.
Then you have a bigger roster.
That's a little 2 a week now. That's a 2 subs a week now.
Nah, but you see, they do so because of World Cup, they have another unlimited transfers where you had to use before the Christmas break. So basically, it's basically a 3 wildcards this season, but it's not really 3 wildcards because you can't really use the 3rd one as unlimited anyway. It's unlimited for that game week only, the one that is right before Christmas break, I think, or right after World Cup is how I should say it. Yeah. So you have unlimited transfers there. So it means that, all right, already the strategy man talking, it means that now in particular you could use one of your wildcards real early. So you could build your team just for 5.
Mendo's going to do it on the 2nd game week anyway. Mendo's do it every time.
Yeah. So man
Make
say
a template and wildcard on the 2nd week, right through.
Aye.
Man say they're building the team. They're building teams for first 5 game weeks, and then planning to wildcard and start over there, and then get through to the game week with the unlimited, and then strategize for the second half. So, but I will say, Israel, this community will grow. So Israel content creators now. This time, I following Andy more religiously this time. So this man, he going full time, wherever is the double or full time. Nah, but he getting on like Zvade now though. Like this man, he walking, right? So he every single day, because it's British, whatever hours ahead that is, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever. When you get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and they have a new video every day. So every day he getting a little thing and thing. So when you're ready to cram, just go on Andy and see what you do every day. And the man cover everything. So it's easy. It's easy to get started with template picks and then go from there.
Yeah, but everybody template looking like more or less the same.
Nah, man. Because that's one thing I was laughing at is how everybody says. So the big talking point is how all the defense is too cheap, right? All the quote unquote premium defenders are cheap. So Reece James is 6.
Yeah.
Chilwell is 6.
Cancelo
is 7. Cancelo is 7. Robertson is 7. Trent is 7.5. Perisic is 5.5. Right? So they're saying all these men, they're so cheap. Everybody want to play 5-3-2 or 5-2-3 or whatever this year. But when you go and watch man team, man have Neto and Leon Bailey and thing in there, which is just like regular, right? Just like regular. Yeah, you think you're stacking, but when you really look at the team, it's like, wait, but you
that one man, that glue
you dependent on that man to do things for you.
Yeah.
But that's if you're going real big at the back. So the other part that's cheap, quote unquote cheap, is all them men is 8 mil in midfield. Mason Mount is 8, Saka is 8, Madison is 8. All these men come out at 8. So I really like how they price it. It's not really real cheap. I think what is different is just so usually some of them City men would be 6.5 in defense, for example. Like all of them would be 6. All the ones that are guaranteed to play would be 6.5. So it's kind of hard to like double up on City and things like that. The keepers come out a little cheaper for sure. So like Allison and them is 5.5, not 6 anymore.
Allison is 5.5.
Right? So it's just they do some things to make it to where, well, now you have a dilemma now. So usually keepers so expensive, nobody buy no 6 mil keeper. Everybody would usually go 4.5 and then go from there. This season, because it's 5.5, man, like, 0.5 allowing me to do something. So, but I mean, I thought I was chilling, and then today self, I'll check out my how much screenshots I have a different draft and thing, and I still a sicko dog. I still have like today I had 20-something screenshots I already have in this time. So still a sicko. So we will see. I think this season I'm gonna share my team more though. So I ain't gonna be as secretive and thing. I'll actually share really and thing. No sandbagging. You can really know what I have.
Who in the league last year? Is you or Tom, man?
Tom Allen.
By a couple of, by 10 points or something.
Well, we both tried to use a chip on the last day. I think he used bench boost and I used free hit. And on my free hit, all my punts didn't bang, and his bench boost he got a little something, and that was it. But it was gonna be close, but at the end I think he probably get 20 points ahead or something.
That's close. That's pretty close. Yeah. And in the Trifactor League, somebody came in and smashed it in?
Nah. It was Torman.
Also,
or Torman won the Trifactor League as well?
Yeah. Same thing.
Cool.
I think it was the Bajans and them come to it or something.
Right. Because one was giving us talk online.
Yeah, come on.
I didn't understand the talk though, but I was trying to give us
talk. Hey, can you FPL? So let me hear what's all they do is I know communicate, I know I go and do everything different from all it. I know all this is Salah to start for sure.
Yeah, so I mean I could tell him a draft right now. So I've there's two things on the fence about, right? So this year they finally make Son just as a little bit more expensive than Kane. So usually it's always Kane a little bit more expensive. So it's an easy kind of decision to go Son because he's got extra point in midfield for clean sheets and things like that, right? So this year they make Son 12, which is the same as De Bruyne. And then they make Harry Kane 11.5, which is the same as Haaland.
Mm-hmm.
So I find the strikers this year is real garbage, right? Kind of like last year. Yeah. So really and truly, and I mean, obviously Jamie Vardy ain't going nowhere, right? But really and truly is Kane, Haaland, and Jesus.
Yeah.
That's it. No, like anybody talking about Havertz something, dog, right? Your shut. Anybody talking about
Havertz as a striker?
Yeah. Anybody talking about Jimenez and like, let me get serious, right? So
one thing to do, the move Jota from midfield to striker.
Yeah, he's a striker too.
And I had him
That's terrible.
That was on my template, and then he get injured. I said, look, I'll change him on.
But as I had luck for him, right? So he's on the next one where he's not really a good choice no more because then went and buy.
Yeah.
They went and buy what's his name? Darwin.
Boy.
Yeah. So they
agenda.
The most agendaed player in preseason ever. Right? So they had Darwin, Jota, Diaz, and Bobby.
Yeah.
That could all end up trying to play center forward.
Yeah, it's hard.
You understand? So I think Jota, I mean, he might get some returns on Timber as a hard player to.
Yeah. Jota and Son was my most pick, but I had to drop Jota, but I thought to know about. He injured too, so he helped me.
So my dilemma is between if I play in too big up top or if I play in too big in midfield. So they're talking about so the community saying it's impossible, but I think I could do it, right? So they're calling it a freemium where you have 3 premium attackers, right? So there's Salah, KDB, Son, Haaland, or Kane, right? 5 of them. So people are saying they could only fit 1 or 2. I trying to fit 3, right? So I want to do Salah. So one version of it is to have Salah and one of KDB or Son. I like that because then it means I could always transfer one for the other, right? So if right, because what do you call them? City games real good in the beginning.
Yeah.
So if them games real good in the beginning and KDB smashing, start with KDB, and then when Spurs games change, whatever, right? I like that. However, flip side is I also like Kane and Haaland at the same time, right? So if you have Kane and Haaland, it means you have two men who likely on penalties, two men who likely just gonna be raking up points, right? At the same time. And when you do the two big up top, the midfield have more subs, cheap subs that actually will get minutes.
Right.
So like there's 4.5 men in midfield, there's 5.0 men in midfield that will actually start for most games. They're not gonna return goals and thing, but they'll start. In the front line, your third man or your second and third man, if there's 4.5, they are not sweating at all, right? So there's never have no real good striker options at 5 and under, right? 5.5 is maybe the best you could do, and then that 5.5 man is a man like Mateta or Benteke or Broha or Che Adams or something, right? Like men who are 6.5.
Okay.
Right?
I get a man from Newcastle, Kiel.
Nah.
No. You're not playing nothing.
No, I say, well, he just holding thing because everybody was riding on Greenwood now.
Yeah.
I say, well, it's the same thing. You know the transfer of the man?
Yeah. but I don't even understand what's going on with this Greenwood thing. I think my first prediction is Greenwood prices will be the first one to drop. I don't know if people ship it and think he's actually Greenwood from Manchester United or something. But all these people buy this man
Greenwood?
I'm a Greenwood on Leeds.
Okay.
So they have a Greenwood that no dog, he is not gonna play. It's gonna be Bamford and it's gonna be Rodrigo playing, right? And then they have Gerrard that is playing off the bench from them as well. So it's just he is not gonna play. Why is 30% of the people buying him? Right? So it's just
it's the filler spot.
So my latest draft, I'll have the two premier midfielders and Kane up front. I have KDB. I'm starting with I think your boy gonna have a good season, no say, but I think
Zaha.
No, Martinelli though. Calm down. Calm down. I mean, Zaha will make some points. Zaha will do his thing like usual. Zaha
end the season real strong, but Vexa didn't pick my boy.
And the preseason real strong too. The man real goals in preseason.
They probably why he ended the season so strong. He dropped.
They didn't have him. Yeah. And then so
the man was scoring.
Big template pick is Neto this season.
Yeah,
which I find is insane because Wolves
not scoring.
Wolves don't score no goals. So I don't understand what's all this thing, but they have good fixtures. They have real good fixtures. They have real good fixtures.
Time to buy him.
Nah, boy. He's not the same man, though. So I have a draft here with Neto in it. And really and truly is because he's 5.5. And then I have your boys are there. I Rashford in.
Yeah.
I Rashford in because I think no matter what, when the assaulter come back, he's not gonna go straight into the lineup. My boy gonna at least try to make him have to go through training and thing, whatever. He will take the spot. He will take Martial's spot for sure. But there will be the start of the season will be what we see in preseason, right? It will be Bruno, Sancho, Rashford, Martial. We're gonna start that way. And I think I think Rashford at his price, at least to start, is money, right?
Is he a mid or is he a striker?
I'm mid. So the way I see Martinelli and Rashford is because of the early wild card, I have no problem taking this risk. They start off, get some minutes, and then change them out. You could always go Odegaard instead from Arsenal because he will play. I think no matter what he in the lineup, I think, right? What do you think we'll say, right? No matter if it's Nketiah or whatever.
Most likely the skipper.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if Doherty will actually start because he coming cheap. Doherty is only 5.
Perisic.
Nah, man. Spence can't start, man.
What?
Spence can't start.
Spence real bad,
Nah, Spence can't start.
Spence real bad,
That's some comments from Conte. He make it sound like He's a youth man for the future, the club investing and thing in the future. So, we go see. Like that's the kind of thing you say. So I don't think Conte thinking about Spence as he's starting now. But the problem with Doherty is the man saying how this season he think Lucas Moura could play right wing back too. So
What?
It's real pressure. It's real pressure for who gonna really play on Spurs. Real people doubling up on Chelsea defense. Chelsea, for me, I worry about them for real. Not sandbagging. I think.
Now, they'll be alright. I hope
think
not,
it's-
but I think they will.
I think it's risky to double up on their defense, triple up on their
Double
defense,
up.
and things like that.
Yeah, they see how to play first.
But I think I'll start with Reece James. Let me see if he could continue his Trent impression. And then I wanted to add Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu is a real best player this year.
But that man can't get fit at all, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand he's seen. So he's a next year. But 4.5 into Arteta defense. That's easy selection. But I think he injured, so the next 4.5 man is Ben White on their team. So I have Ben White for now too. So, all right. So what's my team right now? Right now is Sanchez in goal from Brighton, Trent, James, Doherty, White, Salah, KDB, Martinelli, Rashford, Neto, Harry Kane. On the bench, I have Kyle Walker for now, but Kyle Walker could swap with the Arsenal man. I think I'm watching to see if City buy to replace Zinchenko. They're supposed to buy Cucurella from Brighton.
Yeah.
If they buy him, that will mess up who game minutes, because Cancelo will always play. So then it becomes who playing. I have Archer from Aston Villa. So Archer is the 4.5 striker that has gotten a lot of minutes in preseason. So it seems like Stevie G apparently likes to play two strikers. So Ings and Watkins start. But off the bench is this dude is Archer. So I think he will be the one that actually plays. And then there's rumors that Manchester City 4.5 striker, whose name is Delap, that he gonna get bought from some other club. So so we go see. But like I say, that man, the 4.5 forwards is real garbage. So for now, I'm doing
the second striker. How much is he?
He's a good player, man. 6.5.
6.5.
But he City, same thing like usual. Yes, is actually, I think it's even a little worse. I think the Pep roulette gonna be real serious this year. Like real serious. Because
I think is really cancelled.
Well, it's 3 men you could choose from, right? Or 4. I would say that.
Cancelo, KDB.
Well, I would say 5, right? You have the keeper. You have Cancelo. You have Diaz. Then you have KDB and Haaland. Like them men, most likely playing every game, right? Everybody else, though, I have no idea, because this guy actually is very good as well. So Alvarez, looking at him, like you watch highlights and whatever, and then you watch.
Might be on down for a while.
Might be, but that dog. Remember, there's still Phil Foden. So when Foden come back, the man level Foden on all 3 spots. So where he going? It's he fighting for Grealish minutes and he fighting for Mahrez minutes, right? So it's just, I think Pep Roulette gonna be serious again this year. Let me see. I was trying to fit Cancelo in, dog, but I find he a little too high for me, a little too pricey.
7.
And yeah, him at 7 for me. I mean, he did hit 200 points last season, huh?
Yeah,
but he's not quite Robertson and them, though. He's not quite Robertson and Trent in terms of the goal and assist threat all the time. So I don't find he's a 7.
Robertson came in handy for me last season, but in the end,
you had a good stretch. You had a good stretch with him.
No, my season was comprised of 3 parts. Like the first part, when it was template and set and forget, man shooting for the stars, then COVID hit. I say, nah, not changing. Men try to chop and change and just shoot off. I was like this not working out. So my thing is to combine everything, being aggressive at times and having a good template. See how it goes.
When you gonna make your first template?
Maybe
You
the night before.
you play around. You play around and end up in alright, you go ahead.
The night before though.
I think this year they're gonna have like 50 million players in it. Like last year, it ended up being like
Probably.
10 million, I think.
And men
So-
so the men gonna have about 14.
Yeah.
Men does have all kind of men real different.
Are illegal and it's supposed to get
With
banned for
Gerald
that.
boy, with Gerald.
Yeah. Gerard.
Gerald, with Gerald.
The man Gerard is a fantasy.
Yo.
Yeah, he different. Cricket,
Dog. A man do
F1.
I watching this whole time. This whole off season is F1, cricket. I had one more see him doing by. Nah, it was just them two.
That's
That's
something
man.
else.
Man all up in it.
Something
dog.
real out of left field.
Something so then I'll realize he probably have a problem.
What you say?
If you do something like fantasy golf or something, I'll
No,
realize
the man doing everything, sir.
He will do it though. He will
I know
do
he
it.
will. And that's why I'm saying
do
that a little too much now.
The man
Nah,
doing all kind of things out of left field.
I rate
He
it. I
really
rate
love
it.
fantasy.
Nah,
I rate it, I rate it, I
you
rate
can't mix with him for that commitment.
I rate it.
Fantasy.
When I see the man talking Bangladesh and West Indies, I'm like, yeah, I rate it. This man is unstoppable. So sorry, what your draft looking like?
Alright, so my initial draft, I was trying to go big at the back.
How much draft you on?
And this is the second one because when Jota get damaged, now that throw off everything.
So it's just me moving crazy then. All right.
So
no see.
I'm not going to get like all else. So I say, well, like, my keepers, Sanchez and Henderson. And the reason I say
How much is handle?
4.5
Okay, good.
because new team coming up, they now come in. He's a good shot stopper. He has get points for saving shots. He most likely go in and start. You understand? He's a decent keeper still, 4.5. I mean, remember Nottingham last year they deal with 2 Premier League teams in FA Cup. Brisk.
And
They had
Jed
Liverpool.
Spence was a big factor.
They had Liverpool skipping.
Yeah.
You understand? But I see they get rid of Real Men too now.
No, they
Right.
changed their whole side by 5. I see, like on the app, you could go and see the transfers.
Yeah.
They line for transfer out, fill up the whole screen.
Yeah,
Sell out the whole
get rid
team.
of men. Right? So
Okay.
my initial defense was Trent Cancelo,
Mhm.
Gabriel,
Mhm.
Tierney, and the last man, no, Rich James. I Rich James, and then after 15, Tierney, I said, nah,
Nah,
what
don't
Tommy
pick that
Ansu.
guy.
Right?
Guy
They'll
is
pick
very
that man.
Well, right, so I went for Tommy Ansu. Right?
And now he injured too.
Yeah. So who everybody anyway, JK.
So anyway,
Why ain't pick Luke Shaw or Martinez or somebody?
I interrupt you in
or
your stuff.
Maguire.
I interrupt you, right?
Eh?
Listen now.
Why ain't pick them?
My
man?
strategy, really, what I'm going to try and do is not, unless it really justified, I'm more than 2 men per team. And I'll explain that. You'll see that in my version 2 of the pick now, right? I now change it here, so this is technically 2.5, right?
Mhm.
Because more likely than not, when one have a bad game, the other might, and
One team have a bad game the next year.
Yeah. So my midfield was Shawstart, Son, Luis Diaz, I had Rashford, Sancho, and I went with Andreas Pereira
Yeah.
because I believe he going to play, right?
Yeah.
My front was Jota, Jesus, and Gil.
Yeah, them.
No, that's the mini numbers, right?
Yeah.
Boom. I can want to see Jota injured. I said, well, more.
Jota injured, Tierney injured.
Sense a trend here.
I started watching.
Half your side injured.
I started watching men now. I say, lay. Normally, as a man, I do pick him. You understand?
What can do you?
I don't know. I realize I have something I
White
consider.
privilege.
Yeah, it's something I had to consider. Because I say, you know what?
So I just follow Dr. Umar on Twitter. Just know that.
Yeah.
I just put it out there.
Yeah. No, the other day I realized I said, but wait now. Who's the last white boy player that I really read was Rooney, you know? I said, wait, boy. This is something I had to look
That's
into.
wireless. That's
No, I tell you,
wireless.
so I say, nah. You know what? Let me be a little more open to it because I say Kane or Haaland, boy. But remember, I had Jota. Jota was 9. I had to find
That's
1.5
9.
points.
Jota
Yeah,
is 9.
yeah,
Jota real high, boy.
That's
right.
way too high.
But I mean, what the options is? Cristiano at 10.5, Vardy at 10.5.
Vardy is 10.5.
Vardy's still so high, bro.
I thought Vardy was 9 some, yes? Okay.
Right.
Vardy didn't really return last year, you know.
Kane or Haaland, right?
Nah, well, they're thinking that they ain't playing Champions League, so he probably gonna smash.
Right. So I scratch my head and watch it.
No, boys, Vardy is 9.5, bro.
Yeah, but still, it was.
Still high.
I never used to really deal with Vardy. And then I say, you know what? I pick Haaland first. I say, boy, this man, he could get, because I hear them managing the minutes and thing because like you have a calf strain and thing. I say, look,
Yes.
he deal with a wild man yet.
Yeah. And I already talking about injury.
Yeah, managing the man and thing. Nah. You see this?
One
I'm gonna take it.
encounter with by
Because at the end of the day, Kane and Son must play. Right?
Yeah.
They must play.
Yeah.
Either one of them taking penalties must happen. Right? I'll give him points. Either score or assist. So I say Kane, yeah. Right? But then now the trickle down effect is at the cut somewhere else now.
Yeah.
I'm not dropping Son. I'm not dropping Rashford.
You're Kane and Son.
Yeah. I'm not dropping Rashford.
But no Salah.
Right. I say, aside from Salah, Luis Diaz is a man that almost sure to be there. Right? I rather trust Luis Diaz than Darwin.
Yeah.
Right?
I can see that.
Darwin might start.
So
I
yeah.
can see that.
The way Luis Diaz hit the ground running.
Yeah,
Nah.
it could be Luis Diaz, Darwin, and Salah. I think so.
I can see the minutes going exactly how you say. I think Salah's most minutes than Diaz. I think so.
So I say, well, boy, why go and get rid of this boy? I don't get rid of regimes.
Alright.
I don't get rid of Gabriel.
Nah, don't do that, man. Wait, Gabriel in defense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I had to.
Yeah. I can't justify Gabriel. I see so Andy on YouTube, he talk about Gabriel being the pick who he would pick from Arsenal. But he ain't really give a good explanation for me. Because it's like apparently like he just score from corners and thing, right? Every now and then.
Yeah.
He's the most likely one to score. That is what was more rational.
But it's just
That is
alright,
not it.
man. Yeah.
That is not it.
Yeah.
So I say, well, like, yo, I bring in Tomiyasu. Boom. Last year, a man who gave me real underlow points, quiet, and consistent.
Who?
Was Henry from Brentford.
Yeah.
Give me real points, quiet.
And Brentford have some good games in his starter thing.
Yeah. So I pick he and I pick Janssen, right?
Mhm.
But then I say, oh boy, two
Double
of them
Brentford.
together. If something go wrong, problems,
Yeah.
right? So I was looking for a 4.5 defender. I get Anderson from Crystal Palace. I just push him in, quiet, right? So, and then I see two men I was watching on the loose from Villa that could be a kind of wild card kind of vibes. Was Ramsey and Bailey, right? I said, nah, I don't have the money for Ramsey. So I take Bailey, right? And then even I see Gale get transferred. So I say, wait, I'll go and ride the train with everybody and pick Greenwood, boy. I say, it's either Greenwood or Archer. I'll wait Archer. So
Yeah, I hope by the end of preseason it's clear who are the most likely cheap strikers that will get some minutes. Because boy.
So as it is right now, at my 11 I play in 4-4-2.
Okay.
Right? Because before it was when I be 3-5-2, I was forcing everybody in now. I just had Trent Cancelo and Gabriel running and I just had everybody in the midfield. I see them men short to play. But with these latest configurations, my bench is Bailey, Archer, and Tomiyasu.
Who's your starting strikers?
Kane and Jesus.
Okay.
So,
And Bailey starting?
well, he's first sub.
Wait, so who's your starting for in midfield?
I'm starting for in midfield. Son,
Diaz, Son.
Rashford, and Sancho.
Diaz, Son, Rashford, Son. Oh, okay. Damn, okay.
So
That's a lot of faith in Manchester United there.
if I was real fit, I'd have Martial too.
Yeah, I'm Marshall too.
Martial hurt me too much times, boy.
Nah,
I
we
want
do
him to
that,
do well.
Don't fall for that again, nah, boy.
Yeah, I thinking that just so. But you see, worst case scenario, and I don't look at price preservation too now, right? Because when price started drop, I could be in problems later down the road. So, I mean, I find it disrespectful to put Rashford at 6.5.
Hey, it is what it is.
I'm glad
That
that
real good. That real good.
I'm drinking it in.
I'm taking it.
Yep.
So I'm glad for that. Son, 12, I will take that. But from the time I see that 12, I see now, boy, it have no way I could study KDB and Salah or anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And everybody on that
I
tree.
guess so. Yeah.
Everybody on that tree. I see, look, because remember two things I distinctly remember. Oh yeah, I forget to mention this. I was going and put that man Tyrone Mings in my defense. Every time I pick him, he was let me down. I remember last time, first game of the season, Son pulled me
Got
out.
own goal.
Yeah. He started off the season stink. I say, Lord boy.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, he's a 4.5, but you never know if you're
Oh,
going to help.
Mings is only 4.5.
Yeah. You never know if you're going to
okay.
help your hurt, you know.
Yeah, but Aston Villa can't defend though.
Yeah, I see it. They're terrible.
Respectfully, they could score, but they can't defend.
The real car defense. So that will help me make that decision now.
Yeah.
Yo, right? So right now I had no starting because they're playing Newcastle first, as compared to Sanchez, who he will be facing United.
Manchester. Yeah.
So I will rotate between them because I believe Endo went obviously to play to kind of force the point. I ain't so sure how Nottingham.
He's starting for sure.
He's starting, so
Hendo is starting for sure. The question is really just how.
yeah.
Because I don't think so. I see people talking online. They think Nottingham Forest going to stay up and things like that. But I don't know.
I can't comment on that, but we'll see.
I'm waiting to see how good these three teams really are that get promoted, because I find unlike previous, so like unlike Leeds before, and I think like I always think about Wolves before when they came up. Like I'm not convinced by these teams as much as I was by them. Like Leeds and thing was actually pretty good when they came up. And you look at how they play and something like that, it was pretty solid. I'm not too sure about this group of Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and what's the third one, buddy?
Fulham.
Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth going back down. Anyway, last time my predictions I was anti-black, boy. I say Crystal Palace was going on in the beginning.
Let me see what we're on with Jailings.
Why, right out? He better not be on 6.
Yeah, exactly 6.
Like 5.5.
He's 6?
Exactly 6.
He should have been 5. 5.5 max.
He gonna turn up.
6 is.
He gonna have some performances and smash, and then
Listen.
Everybody was leaning on this Nathan Williams from Nottingham too. I'm at 4 points.
Oh yeah. Like he transferred from Manchester United or something. I think he transferred from Man U to them or something.
Nathan Williams is Brandon Williams.
Nico Williams from Liverpool. From Liverpool.
Yeah.
So there's 2 players that are gone. But nah. So what I say earlier is my thing this season. I say I'm gonna try to stay to the big teams. But here's the other thing too now. So watching these men content. Last year I learned it, but then this year I've seen it again. It's very important to. So you just have to consider what kind of price points you have in the different parts of your field.
Yeah.
So you could transfer. So having a like you have Sunday at 12. Who else you have that's high? Nobody.
Kane, but I high.
No, in midfield, in midfield.
Son is 12. Second after that is Diaz, which is 8.
Right. So that's good because if you think about what you just said there, that means you could transfer to all the midfielders.
Yeah.
Except Salah. Right? Yeah. So Salah, you'll need 2 transfers to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then up front you have Kane and Gabby. That means you could transfer to all the forwards because that's the highest forwards prices right there. Mm-hmm. And then in defense you have Trent?
Yeah, Trent.
Yeah, Trent. And who's the next lowest? Yeah, Cancelo too?
Trent and Cancelo.
Yeah, so that means you could cover everything again, right? Yeah. So that's one of the things them and the veterans talk about. That's I think is pretty good advice and thing is. So at this point, just think about the price points you want to make sure you have in the team and not so much who the players are, because we'll get more information just now. We'll see. Next thing you know, next thing you know, is hard to see Sterling, how Sterling going to play this season. He going to smash.
Sterling,
well, you go see. We go see if Tuchel with the what you call it to say with the sandbagging.
Yeah.
If Tuchel with the sandbagging figure out something in the last 2 games before season start and then whatever. Yeah. Then we see Israeli Sterling. Then we had a jump.
Yeah, Sterling at 10.
Yeah. We go jump. That's
point.
You drop down. You drop down from somebody. Yeah, he used to be high. He used to be high. He used to be 11. Wait, you sure he wasn't 11 and a half?
It was about 11.
I can't remember him being real high, and I was like, nah, no way.
Yeah, you're very high.
But yeah, a lot of prices.
Hudson Odoi, boy.
I try not to be anti-black today. All right, I don't want to talk about that, man. I don't want to talk about that.
Bring back in more player Jimenez, boy.
Jimmy,
oh, that must.
Jimmy's not no must. Calm down.
He's some.
But I had a draft where I had Allison, so I really like Allison. Because their games in the beginning.
Yeah, they're good.
He gonna make real because he's make real save points now. With Liverpool, they high line and thing.
1v1.
He does make real save points, real bonus points. I think. So the only reason not to get Allison is because it blocks a 2 Liverpool spot. So everybody want to load up Liverpool, right? Either they want to do Robbo, Trent, and Salah, Robbo, Trent, and Diaz, Trent, Diaz, and Salah, right? Whatever. They want to have 3 of the attackers. But if you go and watch points, right? Because right now they're still showing last season points. Yeah. Look at how much points Allison make last season, though. It's insane.
176.
Dog, Allison show up. Dog, when you start looking at, if you sort by points,
Allison on top.
You sort by player points, all players, right? And Allison is like in the top 10. All players.
Wow.
Allison scored more points than Mason Mount, Sterling, Laporte, Ronaldo, like all these players last year who was attacking. Yeah, Allison scored more points than all of them last season.
Wow.
And the man is 5.5.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's pretty
But obviously at 5.5 that means that means you have $1 less to spend everywhere else. Yeah.
And I'm a problem.
Yeah. So I had a draft with him, and when I had him, I had to have Andreas. Not playing though as a bencher. But like I said, the last thing I just thinking about is in terms of structure, does it make more sense for me to have the 2 11.5s up front, or do I have a 12 and a 13 in midfield?
Remember when we thought Bruno was essential, boy?
I mean, he was when he was taking penalties, very essential.
You think he'll get back to that?
Unfortunately, until Cristiano Ronaldo is sold, none of these players will hit their prior heights. And there's no disrespect to Cristiano. It's just...
I think you mean it.
Nah, I don't mean to disrespect. I'm just talking about how the team plays, right? That team was a team of vibes. Cristiano is not a vibes man.
He's a bottleneck.
He's here for business, right? He's serious, quote unquote. He's serious, right? So, yeah. I see everybody excited about Sancho this season. Trini man.
You know what?
We go see.
I think Man U will play very good football. I just think so.
I think the momentum will play. It will be a big factor.
Dog,
Momentum, how? What do you mean?
fellas.
Since that preseason?
The defending is still.
Fellas. Scott McTominay is still starting.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Nah.
Hey,
Brother
listen,
man. Scott
every
McTominay is still
single
starting.
team that the man picked so far, right, is essentially the team from last season, aside from last year, you know. That is basically it, you know.
Serious.
Brother man. Van de Beek is not taking McTominay's spot. Right?
Taking Bruno's spot neither.
He ain't taking no Bruno spot either. So unless they sign
Sorry
Frankie.
for Van de Beek, boy. When
He'll get more minutes. He'll get more minutes.
He'll get more
When
chance.
your own compatriot not going to get no sweat, sorry.
He will get sweat. He will get sweat.
You see,
He not gonna get dog out like how Ole do him. He gonna get sweat. But he not starting over no. He ain't starting over no Bruno.
I keep saying the only way Van de Beek could get a consistent run is if something happened to Bruno. I keep saying it, and he's not doing it.
In terms of Ericsson too, that really interesting trying to the mix.
I love it.
Who minutes is he gonna take? Whose minutes is he gonna
I think that's a different formation. I think that's 2 8s. I think that's changing the 4-3-3 to
8, or he played the 10.
I think he playing at 8.
I know Ericsson playing no 8 now.
Why boy? Hato. Hopefully they ain't putting the man life at risk and thing. But I think they'll change the formation when it's Ericsson. There's not gonna be no 4-2-3-1. Because I can't really see him playing on double pivot. That'll be strange.
Ericsson better play 10 or
Still
just off the striker or something.
Nobody to shield the defense. I keep saying that.
That's alright, man. That's alright.
Martinez.
He playing defense.
Nah.
In front of who gonna get dropped? Think about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Who gonna get dropped?
Who gonna get dropped?
Lindelof gonna get dropped.
Harry not getting dropped ever.
Right.
So whoever next to him getting dropped.
He not gonna jump Lindelof just so.
He dropping Lindelof and Varane. He don't get. He dropping them and normal.
Andre, Varane going to start and Maguire going to start. Malacia, whatever his name is.
You think he buy Martinez from midfield?
Yeah, I think so.
He buy Martinez because he could use him wherever, right?
That too.
If it was me, and I've been saying this since last season, right? Yeah, again, where you want, use where you have, right? Lindelof or Bailly, put them in the midfield to at least do something now. Give them a mama guy now, fellas.
Oh, them days gone by. I tell you, them days gone by.
But
I watch a old clip. I see Phil Jones in midfield. Yes, I was dying.
I mean, so he used to what? So I give them the same.
Them days gone by. Them days gone.
He used to do what?
Take donkey, pass saddle on the back, and win Kentucky Derby.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Them days gone by.
Even if you want to say the man going and take a jackass and make it a resource. Once the jackass want to run, it winning.
Them days gone by.
Hey, Foggy used to do that.
Them days gone by.
Oh,
man, like
Jones in the midfield, taking it up.
I see a clip.
John O'Shea. Anyway,
John
O'Shea.
Don't do that. Don't do John O'Shea that. John O'Shea, listen. John O'Shea had a little ball in him. A little bit.
But what I mean, you could have
Phil Jones.
Watch me, John O'Shea still playing for Leicester, and I can't see the way without he just so.
Listen, John O'Shea score. No man.
I think about the next one.
You talking about Evans, Johnny Evans.
Evans.
Yeah,
but John O'Shea scored one of the best goals I see in Manchester United. He chipped the keeper and
then he looked surprised and then tried to play it up like Cantona.
He do a turn and then do a best chip. Yeah. John O'Shea had some ball in him. I think so, no. I think it was a big game too, and it was like a roly poly. Wasn't it like a roly poly before the chip too? It's all kind of thing was it, you know.
Yeah.
But them days gone though. Them days gone. Yeah. Tuchel and them man, Tuchel and Pep and them will double team Phil Jones in a heartbeat. Mash him up. Make him look bad.
Oh gosh.
Alright, but so say you have no team, so we can't go through your draft.
I pick my team there now.
You don't auto draft? You auto pick?
I pick my team now.
Alright, let me hear. What you have?
My team are going with either Zinchenko or Ben White in the back. Come Ben
How
White
much?
playing the right back.
How much is Zinchenko?
I ain't sure yet. I'll check.
Maybe, what do you mean? Yeah, entire the Man U team?
No, I say I either going with Ben White or Zinchenko. Back.
Okay.
Right now, White on it.
Jenko is
4.5. I think he playing right back for now.
Yeah, with Tommy
Before
out.
we start the season.
Do you think Saliba is taking his spot?
Nailed on.
So
Nailed on.
Saliba and Gabriel
Hey.
starting.
Nailed on.
Nah, man. Ben White had to keep his spot, man.
Andre, you
Ben White keeping his
you
spot.
watch any preseason?
Well, I keep hearing he playing good though, but
No, but you watch any?
nah,
You watch any?
I watch highlights of Arsenal games, not no full game. So you telling me Ben White getting dropped?
Ben White playing right back like you watch that.
He gonna get dropped.
Andre, right now Ben White playing right back. We're talking about every single
Alright.
game. Saliba playing 90 minutes and Ben White playing right back. You know.
All right. We go see.
Cedric not even playing right back. You know.
I mean, Cedric. Listen,
Yeah, Cedric
I ain't forget that man yet. I tell you, I have one cardinal sin, and you can't underhit passes, dog. If you underhitting passes, it's hard slap. So I watch one game with that man, and all he do for the whole game is underhit passing. No, Hamming getting 2-foot tackle and thing is Premier League. So when it's a 50-50, I see him. I think one of Xhaka red cards was because of Cedric underhit that pass.
Yeah.
Nah, don't blame anybody for Jack. That's true.
Right.
Nah. Yes, the top. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so for now my team is White,
Who's game or something?
Allison, White, Chilwell, Perisic.
Chile, Perry.
I got next defender. Rashford, Salah, Saka, Mount.
What boy? You
Saka Mount.
Yeah. I give up on Mason yet. Mason could play that ball.
Yes, in that ball.
Kane and Jimenez for now.
Oh, Jimmy. How much is Jimmy? 7? Or 7.5?
7. I watching this man, you know. I expecting this man to have a great season.
Callum.
No, not Callum. Everton guy. Calvin
DCL?
Lewin. I'm expecting Calvin Lewin
Yeah,
to
that
have
might be
a great season.
I feel them go down, you know.
Remember this, like,
I feel them go down.
not with Frank Lampard as the coach, okay? I hear you. I like DCL too. Or with Frank Lampard at the helm.
Yeah.
Them going down, I feel them.
I still
God
glad with
bless.
DCL as my backup striker.
But he's too expensive this season, though. I think they have...
Yeah, he's 8.
No, I think he's 8.5. They actually had him
he's
kind of
8.
higher.
I just check it.
DCL?
Yeah, he's 8. Yeah.
Maybe sometime it's you.
Yeah, that's... Once I see... Anyway, we go see it, because usually Everton just splurge the money there, but then they're holding on this year. So they sell Charlie. They ain't buy nobody. Right? I don't think they buy anybody.
Them ain't strength not all.
So them, that might be
No,
Them
they
going
got
down.
they got a good defender, Tarkovsky.
from Burnley.
I think he gave him free or something. I don't know if they pay, but really get the rate
Burnley. Did somebody buy Blackman from Burnley?
Cornet. I know somebody wanted to buy him, but I'm not sure anybody bought him.
So I'm very surprised by people not raiding Burnley completely. So even Dwight McNeil, Goodmanson.
So our next one, the right back, we should get some points.
Nah, they buy him. Somebody buy him. Somebody buy the right back, I think. And then right. So
somebody took me too. Somebody just gave me for free.
Yep. Weghorst gone too? Weghorst gone already? Forward.
Oh, good. The big signing. I forget that.
Right. Hard luck. He come in and Sean Dash get fired soon after, so hard luck. Then they had Corny and thing. And then the next team that I thought people was gonna read. Who was get relegated? So Norwich, and what was the next one? Watford. I thought Watford was gonna get raid. I thought Dennis was gone. I thought Saad, Dennis. I thought somebody will take Sissoko again, so we had to see him some more. Musa.
Yeah, the man who scored the scissors, he kick. He's short, man. Columbia.
No, he in MLS now. Cucho Hernandez. So MLS see that as a serious coup because they signed a young player who approaching peak now. So he got MLS. Yeah.
Dennis is a player.
I want to see Dennis. I want to see Dennis some more.
Everton should buy Dennis.
All them team like so even their keeper. Who was their keeper? Foster.
Foster, yeah. Good keeper.
Also said
Great 4.0 keeper. Great
Like
4.0.
There's all these players that I'm like, dog, I can't believe teams are reading them. And even like the newly promoted team should be the ones to read them. Right? Just get these.
Nah, Nottingham don't need anybody else. Them buy like 10 men though.
I'm send out Real men.
That's not a good sign.
They send out Real men and the buy Real men.
I so shocked when I see how much men themselves. I see about them men.
They send about 20 men, like even reserves and thing, and they buy about 10 men.
And bring in jailings.
We just do.
So, what are we doing with his old self?
Jailings.
The man is the equivalent of 40 years old in football terms, right? And he's still carrying on. He's still carrying on with all this shippiness.
Hey, don't be like that.
The man has something to play for, man.
40-year-old in the club.
That man's still dabbing, you know. God.
I hate partner get injured.
Fuck already?
Yeah, watch it session.
You lie.
And me go and play against Barcelona. I hate injured.
You going to play Barcelona pre-season?
Yeah.
That should be
I hate injured.
Well, I don't even want to talk about Barcelona. That's what I've seen.
Barcelona, but I've seen people doing this on Twitter a lot, saying men doing everything with the money, but giving me back mine now. And I Barca right now.
Yeah.
Men doing everything with the money, but giving me back mine.
Barca so shameless.
You owe me money and you're in the club.
Barca so shameless and bad begging. Yeah, begging the money that you owe, you know. And if you want to stay,
take 50%.
50% cut. Take it or leave it.
I see my boy Gary has something to say. I finally started to figure out Gary Neville a little bit more. So
agenda for his cause.
Exactly. He does only talk about things when it's affecting his cause.
Exactly. But
I mean, he's like most people.
So you want Frankie? So you care about what's going on with Barca. It's illegal. FIFA should get involved.
For me, I even Frankie there. You know? You know why?
Why?
The simple reason is the man don't want to come.
I don't know that.
Right? The man cannot leave unless he make great sacrifice to his cause. I cannot expect the man to leave all our money on the table. Right?
I do not know. So once the situation became a little clearer to me, I think we are dealing with the media machines of two humongous clubs.
Yeah.
So I think Barcelona doing everything they can to put the spin out there that my boy want to stay so bad and he don't really like Manchester and ting. And it's just him trying to figure out the money situation because of their structure. Whatever. Right? That's Barcelona media machine. And then Manchester United media machine is he want to leave so bad. He want to leave so bad, but he being held hostage by the unscrupulousness of Barcelona. Right? So there's the two media machines just talking. Right, in between. I mean, there's probably truth in both of it, right? Yep. If the man was getting his money, maybe he would want to stay.
Yeah.
But them not giving him his money, he probably wants to leave right now, but he want to make sure he getting money.
And this is what I say. You're signing men, and you want to give me my money. Yeah. And then telling me I had to take a 50% pay cut. I was saying, boy, Frankie, here this year.
And then play me in centre back.
You understand? Frankie, here this year. Me have exit here. When you're ready, you give me a call, right, doggy?
Yeah.
All the best with your business.
All the best,
bro. If you have anything, advise me now. We go see what you could do for you. Within reason, but we are paying that money there. Nah. You have exit here. You go. That's why I drop it. Because this dotishness.
All right. Let me see. What's the last thing on FPL, buddy? What's all the goals for ranking at the end?
Nah. One thing you want me to do one time, boy?
Oh yeah.
I know man trying to take it seriously.
When they take it serious, that means you have a goal.
In our small league, I'll always be in a mid-table tussle that just leave them off in the end.
Let me see.
Like it'll always be you and Tallman, me and somebody else, and Andel and Colin in the bottom.
I think I beat 6 people last year.
The goal go
you do better than that.
The goal go be to be closer to you and Tallman.
You don't beat me and Tallman.
Not beat.
What's beat last year?
I'm trying to be closer to you guys. Because if I'm closer to you guys, that means my smaller leagues, I go winning for sure now, boy.
Okay.
I just mid-table right through, boy. Right through.
So
in that Trifactor league, I was like 15th or something. That league hard, boy.
Serious?
Nah.
Yeah,
Trifactor league was hard.
one of your partners. I really rate his team, but I never Makui business the whole way. Was it our boy? What's his name? He come on the show, man, a couple of times. Ray.
Yeah, Ray did well.
Yeah, Ray.
So Ray teams when you watch his team from week to week. So I think I didn't go on Mako full, but I assume he just make real transfers or something. Because
make a few.
I watch his teams and I'm like, dog, this man team real good though, right? So it's like that's 100 points there. And then you would see make 100 points, and every now and then like he would bounce up, but then the next couple of weeks you see him back like drop down a little bit. So I assume it's transfers and thing. But he just makes some good teams. I didn't see my boy Triple M sink like a stone boy. He started off right and then I didn't see him again.
When they didn't grant Chelsea any COVID rest, he said that is a day. He good. He playing again.
He lies. R9 breaky hat. Yeah. R9 breaky hat. When R9 went on intern talking. Yeah. Use the only one I really love. Use the only blue I really love and thing. Yeah, I think I was when.
Not much more.
You sent my voice notes. The man was crying and taking the voice notes and thing, man.
Could be.
Man started blaming
that real Chelsea people.
Yeah. Nah, for sure.
You blame black people. What kind of thing? Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
I want to see if I could repeat the.
Koulibaly, boy. All your thoughts?
Nah, that's.
Are you gonna pick him?
Not yet.
Nah.
Then prove yourself. Man, first game, what you consider a goal, yellow card, something, so I didn't see it, but I just read the results.
Nah, for sure. I'm buying players for safe defense points, other than a goalkeeper. Right? So, any defender to be an attacking defender for me. I ain't doing that. I ain't buying no.
Yeah,
Koulibaly.
Yeah.
You gotta either be use score the headers or you just make assists and goals. Other ways. So Koulibaly is a hard no for me. Thiago, hard no for me.
Nailed on, you know, if he playing?
Nah, he fitness is still an issue, so he getting some small minutes, but he ain't playing no full preseason game yet. I thought they were selling Alonso, so I thought for sure he had no competition. But if Alonso's still there, that means Alonso will get some minutes while his fitness get worked out. Mendy didn't do so good if you watch points last season. So Mendy's a player. So I was thinking about it. I don't want this to be anti-black, but Mendy is basically the black David De Gea for me, right? Where they could save, but the rest of their game is very unpolished, very raw. So David De Gea, his weakness is crosses, right? He don't command his box by far, right? Mendy is his kicking. Like that man is real misplaced kicks though. So even in preseason he do it again, a goal get conceded because he kicked the ball straight to whoever and they come back and attack, right? So for playing for a team like Chelsea, where they don't really force him to make plenty saves in general. Yeah. He just makes some crucial saves, but he not gonna get no set of bonus points. The point I'm getting at is he gonna make some saves, he'll get clean sheets, but he's not gonna get no bonus points. So really and truly, I think any Chelsea defender will outscore him, even Thiago Silva, whoever, they will outscore him. So I don't see the reason to get him.
Rudy was the man, boy.
Yeah. Rudy used to get bonus and thing too.
Yeah, what do you mean? Rudy was all action, boy.
Yeah. Rudy getting everything.
I see Rudy almost getting a fight already first friendly.
Yeah. That friendly was like they need 1 point to win the league, dog.
Yeah, no, serious, sir.
Feisty, you know.
Fire. Yeah, but they disrespect him, man. Because they bring people lower than him. And the match, yes. They disrespect him.
Yeah. Different regime. Marina and them would not give Koulibaly that money. Marina and them would not give Koulibaly that money, so that's why Rudy didn't get it either. It's that fellas.